You eat a banana and you feel good about it. It is natural, it is filling, and it feels like one of the healthiest choices you can make. But what if the way you are eating that banana is raising your blood sugar in a way that leads to cravings, fat gain, and long-term insulin problems? Most people eating bananas are making at least one of the mistakes I am covering today. And the frustrating part is that none of them are obvious. They look completely harmless from the outside. A banana is not just a banana. The ripeness, the timing, what you pair it with, and how many you eat are all variables that can either make it one of the most beneficial foods in your diet or one of the most disruptive. Today I am walking you through exactly how this happens and what to do instead. Stay until the end, because the last point is the one most people never connect to their banana habit, and it might be the most important one of all. Why bananas deserve more attention than they get. Bananas are one of the most consumed fruits on the planet for good reason. They contain potassium for heart function and blood pressure regulation, vitamin B6 for neurotransmitter production, magnesium for hundreds of enzymatic reactions in the body, and resistant starch that feeds beneficial gut bacteria and supports healthy blood sugar. They also contain dopamine and catechins, antioxidants that protect cells from oxidative damage. Research suggests that regular banana consumption is associated with improved gut microbiome diversity, better cardiovascular markers, and reduced oxidative stress. The science behind bananas is genuinely strong, which is exactly why how you eat them matters so much. When you eat bananas the wrong way, you are not just missing out on these benefits. You are sometimes actively creating blood sugar responses and metabolic patterns that work directly against your health. Here is exactly how that happens. Mistake number 1. Eating overripe bananas every day. This is the most common mistake, and it has the most direct impact on blood sugar. Most people prefer ripe bananas because they are sweeter and softer. But ripeness fundamentally changes the nutritional profile in ways most people never consider. An unripe or slightly underripe banana contains a high proportion of resistant starch. Resistant starch is not digested in the small intestine. It passes through to the large intestine, where gut bacteria ferment it, producing short-chain fatty acids that support gut health and improve insulin sensitivity. The glycemic index of an unripe banana is roughly 30 to 40, almost half the blood sugar impact of a fully ripe one. As a banana ripens, that resistant starch converts into simple sugars. By the time a banana is fully yellow with brown spots, the resistant starch has dropped dramatically and simple sugar content has risen significantly. The glycemic index can reach 60 to 65. Research confirms that ripe bananas can produce blood sugar spikes comparable to processed carbohydrate sources in insulin-resistant individuals. Same fruit, completely different metabolic effect. Eating overripe bananas every day, particularly alone and on an empty stomach, creates a repeated spike and crash pattern that over time contributes to insulin resistance, increased hunger, energy instability, and fat storage. Choose bananas that are yellow with no brown spots, or still slightly green for a dramatically lower glycemic impact. Mistake number 2. Eating bananas on an empty stomach. Eating a banana as the first thing in the morning is one of the most common breakfast habits in the world. It is also one of the easiest ways to disrupt your blood sugar and energy for the rest of the day. When you eat a banana alone on an empty stomach, the sugars hit your bloodstream without any buffer from protein, fat, or fiber. The sudden sugar load triggers a rapid insulin response to bring blood sugar back down. This spike and crash cycle drives mid-morning hunger, energy crashes, difficulty concentrating, and cravings for more sugar later in the day. Bananas are also moderately acidic. On an empty stomach without other food to buffer the acidity, many people experience digestive discomfort and bloating. Research suggests that eating fruit alone in a fasted state is associated with higher rates of digestive symptoms compared to eating fruit as part of a mixed meal. The fix is simple. Never eat a banana as your only food. For example, adding a simple combo like plain Greek yogurt and a spoon of almond butter can stabilize your blood sugar. This single change transforms the banana's impact on your blood sugar and digestive system completely. Mistake number 3. Eating more than one banana at a time. One banana is a serving. Two bananas in one sitting is a different nutritional event entirely. A medium banana contains roughly 27 grams of carbohydrates and 14 grams of sugar. Two medium bananas deliver 54 grams of carbohydrates and 28 grams of sugar in a single sitting. For most people, that load exceeds what the liver and muscles can absorb efficiently in one go, particularly outside of an active training window. Fructose from bananas is processed almost entirely by the liver. When it arrives in large amounts rapidly, the liver converts a portion into fat through a process called de novo lipogenesis, the same mechanism that drives elevated triglycerides and early-stage fatty liver disease over time. Research shows that high fructose loads from whole food sources contribute to increased liver fat. When consumed beyond the liver's processing capacity, one medium banana per sitting is the evidence-supported standard. If you are physically active and eating around training, two bananas may be appropriate in that specific context. For general daily consumption, one banana eaten with protein and fat is the target. Mistake number 4. Building banana smoothies without protein or fat. Banana smoothies are one of the most popular health foods in the world. They are also one of the most common ways to spike blood sugar, if you are not building them correctly. A typical banana smoothie made with a ripe banana, fruit juice, and perhaps some additional fruit delivers a concentrated dose of simple sugars in liquid form with very little protein, fat, or fiber to slow absorption. Without these macronutrients as a buffer, that liquid sugar hits your bloodstream almost as fast as a soft drink. Research suggests that liquid calories, even from whole food sources, produce significantly higher blood sugar responses and lower satiety compared to the same calories consumed in solid form. The fix is to build your smoothie around protein and fat first. Add a scoop of protein powder, a tablespoon of almond butter, full-fat Greek yogurt, or a handful of nuts. Use water or unsweetened milk instead of fruit juice as your base. Choose a slightly underripe banana. These changes transform a blood sugar spike into a genuinely balanced, slowly absorbed meal. A simple upgrade is adding healthy fats like almond butter or even a pinch of cinnamon, along with plain Greek yogurt, to slow down how quickly those sugars hit your bloodstream. Mistake number 5. Ignoring the banana and medication interaction. This mistake does not apply to everyone, but for the people it does apply to, it is the most important one on this list. Bananas are one of the highest potassium foods available, with a medium banana delivering roughly 420 milligrams of potassium. For most healthy people, this is entirely beneficial. But for people taking medications for high blood pressure or heart conditions like ACE inhibitors, ARBs, potassium-sparing diuretics, or beta blockers, the potassium content of bananas can interact with the medication in ways that push potassium levels dangerously high. Elevated potassium in the blood can cause muscle weakness, irregular heartbeat, and in severe cases, dangerous cardiac events. Research suggests that dietary potassium intake from high-potassium foods like bananas has been a contributing factor in potassium-related complications among patients on these medications. If you are taking any of them, talk to your doctor about how many bananas per day is appropriate for your specific protocol. One banana may be perfectly safe. Multiple bananas daily may not be. Mistake number 6. Storing bananas incorrectly. Most people store bananas in a fruit bowl at room temperature and consider the job done. But storage directly affects ripeness progression and ultimately blood sugar impact. At room temperature, bananas ripen quickly. The resistant starch converts to simple sugars within days, and if you are not eating them fast enough, you end up eating overripe bananas by default rather than by choice. Refrigerating bananas slows this process significantly. The cold temperature inhibits the enzymatic activity that converts resistant starch to sugar, preserving the lower glycemic profile for longer. The skin will darken in the refrigerator, but the flesh inside remains firm, starchy, and nutritionally closer to an unripe banana than the darkened skin suggests. Allow bananas to ripen to your desired level at room temperature first. Then transfer them to the refrigerator to hold that ripeness without further conversion. This gives you control over the glycemic profile of what you are actually eating, rather than leaving it to chance. Mistake number 7. Not knowing when bananas actually help your blood sugar. This is the mistake almost nobody talks about. and it flips everything you might have assumed about bananas and blood sugar completely. There is a specific context in which eating a banana, even a ripe one, is not just harmless but actively beneficial. That context is immediately before or after intense physical exercise. During and after vigorous exercise, your muscles deplete their glycogen stores and become highly insulin sensitive. In this state, muscle cells can absorb glucose rapidly, without requiring high insulin output. The carbohydrates from a banana consumed in this window go directly to muscle glycogen replenishment, rather than triggering the insulin spike and fat storage response that occurs when the same banana is eaten at rest. Research confirms that banana consumption before and during endurance exercise produces performance outcomes comparable to commercial sports drinks, while delivering additional micronutrients and antioxidants that sports drinks do not contain. The same banana that disrupts blood sugar, when eaten alone on an empty stomach, functions as a precisely timed performance fuel when eaten around exercise. It is not the banana, it is the timing. How to eat bananas the right way. Here is exactly what optimal banana consumption looks like in practice. Choose bananas that are yellow with no brown spots or still slightly green. These contain higher resistant starch, a lower glycemic index, and almost half the blood sugar impact of an overripe banana. Store them in the refrigerator once they reach your desired ripeness, to preserve that profile for days longer. Never eat a banana alone on an empty stomach. Always pair it with protein or fat. A tablespoon of almond butter, a handful of walnuts, a hard-boiled egg, or Greek yogurt alongside your banana completely changes how your body processes the sugar it contains. Limit yourself to one medium banana per sitting outside of an exercise context. When building smoothies, start with protein and fat, and treat the banana as one balanced component rather than the centerpiece. If you are on medications that affect potassium levels, have a specific conversation with your doctor about your daily banana intake. The banana itself is not the problem. The habits around it either protect and amplify what makes it genuinely valuable, or quietly create the blood sugar disruption that most people never connect back to their fruit bowl. One of the easiest ways to stabilize your blood sugar when eating a banana is to combine it with healthy fats and protein. Something as simple as almond butter, plain Greek yogurt, and a little cinnamon can make a noticeable difference. Conclusion. Here is what the science tells us about eating bananas correctly. Ripeness determines glycemic impact more than almost any other factor, and choosing less ripe bananas consistently reduces blood sugar disruption. Eating bananas alone on an empty stomach creates a spike and crash pattern that drives cravings, energy instability, and fat storage over time. Eating more than one at a sitting delivers a fructose load that exceeds the liver's efficient processing capacity. Blending bananas without protein or fat removes the buffering effect that makes the sugar manageable. Certain medications interact meaningfully with bananas' potassium content in ways most people are never told. Improper storage accelerates ripening and pushes people toward the highest glycemic version of the fruit by default. And understanding the exercise window transforms the banana from a blood sugar concern into a precisely timed performance fuel. None of these require dramatic changes. Each one is a single habit shift. And when you stack all 7 corrections together, the banana you eat tomorrow delivers something meaningfully different from the one you ate yesterday. This is actually how I eat bananas myself. If this changed how you think about a food you eat every day, hit like and subscribe, and be honest in the comments. Which one were you doing every day? I read every comment and I want to know. In the next video, I am covering something that most people do every single day without realizing they are leaving the best part of their meal unused. If you eat salads regularly, you need to watch this one. I am breaking down exactly why your salad without olive oil is delivering only a fraction of the nutrition it could, and what 1 spoon changes about every vegetable on your plate. That one is coming up next and you do not want to miss it. Remember, it is not just what you eat. It is how you eat it. And now you know exactly how to eat bananas the right way.